I got a new printer recently in late August of 2024. It's the second time I bought a laser printer this summer. The first one was it was that little HP that looks like a little kitchen scale. Oh, I forgot the name of it. It's about $170. It takes the 141A cartridge. It's black and white with a scanner. Well, anyway, I tried that for a few weeks and really liked it. First time I bought a laser printer. And the reason why I bought a laser printer is because, they can be very economical if you need to print a lot. They can be very forgiving if you don't need to print very much and if you don't need to print very often. That's why I decided to spend my money on a laser printer. Now this laser printer is the second one I bought this summer. The first one I gave to my mom recently for her birthday, because my mom had been asking for my old printer. She wanted a hand-me-down to replace hers, and although I can still get cartridges for my printer, my inkjet printer that I bought in 2017, it's inkjet, and this thing's getting old. The printer that I bought in 2017, and it's probably going to be ending its its support cycle soon. Plus, it's inkjet. I'm like, yeah, I spent like $200 on that printer back then. It was like the most expensive one I ever bought. But it's inkjet, and I don't know if I can go back to inkjet again after using this laser printer here. So this one is this new one that I got is the HP Color LaserJet Pro MFP 3301 SDW, and I will tell you, it is a very nice printer. I'm going to clear out some space. Here is what it looks like without any paper on it. Right now the paper tray is empty because I enjoyed printing with it. I've only ever used cardstock with this printer. I've used the 110-pound cardstock because that's all I've ever seen. For cardstock, I found out recently there is a 65-pound option that is thickness is going to be between that of resume paper, which is 24-pound paper, and then the typical cardstock I saw, which is 110-pound. You know, this thing works so well with 110-pound cardstock. I think I'm just going to keep using that. This printer, whenever I print pictures with it, it does an amazing job. But it likes to sing to me. It makes this sound. I'm serious. Like, I'd like to demo it right now. But I ran out of cardstock and I just need to buy more. It kind of like hums the tune of it's from the 1971 Willy Wonka and the Chocolate Factory, where Gene Wilder's character sings, a world of pure imagination. I am so serious. Whenever I print pictures, and that's all I've really printed with this paper so far, or with this printer, and it starts out, and it's like it's humming this tune of "In a World of Pure Imagination," like whenever I print a picture. It is so weird, and it is so interesting. I got 2 reams of 24-pound paper when I want to do documents, but I've been wanting to print pictures. It's got a flatbed scanner, which I used only one time so far to put a Nintendo Power magazine from September of 1992 in there. It's got a document feeder as well, which I have not used yet. This is not entirely necessary. It's like a paper catch. I'll print like maybe 3 or 4 sheets at a time, and they just do not fall out of there. This printer is amazing. I really like this thing. It's $450. And it's laser, and it uses 4-toner cartridges. I believe it's the 218 cartridge from HP. But yeah, you got your touch screen with your options on there. Yeah, you can print from a USB drive. You got what's considered 2 trays. You got a main tray there, and then you can like feed directly into there. You know, like if you want to do 2 different paper sizes, you actually could do 4x6 index cards with this. If you ever used a laser printer, photo paper is kind of a thing for laser printers, but not the way you know it to be. So your glossy photo paper just will not work. I watched a video where somebody used glossy photo paper meant for inkjet printers with their laser, and it just looked like a mess. The toner does not take well to it. So in case you're new to laser printers, toner is like a powder made of plastic, and the laser printer fuses it, like melts it to your page. So that's why this picture of me printed on cardstock, which cardstock is really just like poster board that's cut into smaller pieces to like fit inside of a printer. Let's see, there's like a plastic, like kind of shiny quasi semi-gloss sheen to it. So I read that there's photo paper that you can get for your laser printer, but good luck finding any store that carries it. That's why I said it's kind of not a thing. It takes a different kind of paper because of the physics of toner, which think of it like a plastic powder, like a powder made out of plastic. It's got a bond to the paper. The photo paper, as most people know it, is made for liquid ink, like inkjet, and it's really just to kind of rectify or resolve how wet ink goes on to paper to create an image, right? So you want to have like a glossy surface that looks nicer, more presentable kind of surface. Then you have to get a paper that has that kind of surface already, and then your inkjet printer uses that, and it makes them look nice. However, with a laser printer, it's in my results is just it's not that kind of way. By the way, what you're looking at is a picture of me with my newest guitar. That is an Ibanez Gem Jr. that I got in the summer of 2023, and I had it modified with aftermarket pickups to get exactly what I wanted. And yes, and that is how I dress sometimes because I like colors. Anyway, with a laser printer. With a laser printer, if you want to print photos, just use thicker paper. So I like to use cardstock that is 110 pound. So this is something you might be familiar with. Super Mario Brothers 3. Let's see if I can demonstrate it. The surface has a little bit of a sheen to it, and it feels like plastic. It does. It really, because that's basically what toner is. It feels like plastic. I mean, this laser printer. This is a very nice laser printer. I'm just struggling to find the words. Like you can see the sheen that's on there, like in Mario's arms. And I was over. Yeah, you can see that. This printer is fun to use. I mean, it is. I mean, it sings to me. Maybe I'll do another presentation video sometime. But I got to get more paper. I just love it. This thing, look at that. Look, okay, so the printer does not have to make yellow. You already have a cartridge for that. The blue is mostly cyan mixed with whatever. The red, they use magenta and a little bit of cyan. But look at how it, like it has to make the skin tones on there. It has to make brown. Now, there's a black cartridge. But like you look, it has to make the green. And it looks so lifelike. I mean, this printer, it is not marketed as a photo printer. Like when I purchased it and looked into the description, it is not marketed as a as a photo printer. But that's all I've printed with this thing. I mean, and it does an amazing job. I mean, like, look at this here. Ninja Turtles, Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles 3, The Manhattan Project. Like, look at how that... Now, this is a little bit of a lower resolution image because it is from the internet. But the way the toner, like, bonds to the paper is really good. Now, the Super Mario Brothers 3 is a higher resolution image. You can notice because you just don't really see jagged edges on there. And this is using standard default settings. Like, I haven't even, like, you'd think with as much as I printed from here, I would just, like, kind of get curious and see what this thing can really do. But just on standard settings, it does so good. I printed this out. You can kind of see that semi-gloss sheen on there around the palm trees there. This is a picture I got off the internet. Let's see. So we already got that. Super Mario All-Stars here. Printed that. This is off the internet. Here's a picture of a guitar that I really wish I had a chance to buy. Got that from the internet. But you look at the detail on there, like the color detail. And then you got to tweak it for brightness and whatever. That's pretty normal. Now here's a picture from earlier this year before I got my guitar, my pink guitar modified with new pickups. So these are the original pickups that are that came with it from the manufacturer, and then I just painted them to kind of see what colors I would like. Because the pickups are about $110 each, so if I change my mind on color, it costs me that much money to change. Here's my blue my blue guitar is my Jackson Pro Series Soloist SL2Q in the MAH in the Caribbean Blue Fade, back when you can still get that. Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles Manhattan Project. Probably need to reprint that and scale up the image a little bit. But that was actually a test page. Here is another Manhattan Project. This one is one I printed from my phone where I didn't adjust the size. There. It's actually, I like to take pictures of sunsets. Here's one of your most favorite games ever. That's Felix the Cat for the Nintendo NES. Which it released recently. Konami released this again. You can get it for like PlayStation 5. This one was actually a magazine scan, which I should not have done because the condition of the magazine after 32 years was a little bit kind of aged. Got this picture off the internet. It's a Felix the Cat. It's very high quality. See the color gradient there. And these are with standard settings. I did not tweak the printer. Oh, here's another picture off the internet. Felix the Cat. Here's another picture of me with my guitar. This is my Ibanez Gem Jr. that I got in 2023. Here's another Felix the Cat for another room. Another Felix the Cat for another room. Oh, I just love the color gradient. I just love this. Look at how these colors blend. The purple, the fuchsia, the coral color, the orange. Oh, it's so delicious. I just want to live inside of that picture. Here's a place I went to when I was a kid. I got a picture off the internet. This is Lake Barkley Lodge in Kentucky. I don't know if this camera that I'm using on my phone is going to do it really any justice, but these pictures are really nice. You can hear the way cardstock sounds. It's basically poster board, for lack of a better way to put it. There's another picture inside Lake Barkley Lodge looking out. This picture, yeah, the inside of the lodge there is what you see right here. Oh my gosh, it's such an amazing place. There's a friend of mine that owns some restaurants, and I would just love for her to create something like this for me locally. Just a wonderful atmosphere on the Ohio River. I just daydream about this place a lot. It'd be so amazing. But I printed out extra copies of this from a family member. Here is an amazing arcade game, Street Fighter II Champion Edition from 1992. Here's a picture of my Majesty palm plant not long after I got it. Now this is early 2023 and I set up like a tropical scene there. Anyway, Saturday Night Nickelodeon from 1992. Yes, of course. There's a friend of mine's restaurant. Well, actually, that's the courthouse there that you see right there. Her restaurant is right here where I'm on the terrace upstairs there. And in case you can guess, this is the person I was talking about who created some restaurants in southern Indiana and northern Kentucky. And I wish that she had a place like Lake Barkley Lodge. Oh, it'd be so amazing. This here is when I played Animal Crossing. Anyway, and then that's my character doing what I really would like to do, just live on the beach. Here's another Super Mario Brothers 3, another Super Mario Brothers 3. Yes, of course, it's a great game. Here's a sunset that I took last year or a few years ago, and I printed it out recently. Here's another picture I took of the sunset a few years ago. Let's see, is there anything else? I printed with this, yeah. All the different rooms to Maniac Mansion, which is a great game. Here's I think the first one of the first aftermarket graphics cards that I bought. Tells you how long it was ago. Oh yeah, Pro. Yeah, this was 1998. I got it in 99. Yeah, back before like Apple was using the word Pro and before every other company was using the word Pro. So really the origins of like where you see Pro used a lot was 1985 when DiMarzio released the PAF Pro pickup for guitars. And then in the 1990s, ATI picked it up a lot as a naming scheme. But because ATI and Apple had a lot of partnerships to where ATI would support graphics cards for Apple, Apple got influence from that. Here is a friend of mine, and that's at the restaurant there. You can see the courthouse in Salem again. This picture was taken last summer in 2023. It's a very wonderful place. Anyway, let's get into some more pictures I printed with this. This is the box art to Maniac Mansion. Excellent game that nobody's ever heard of apparently, even though it was on the cover of Nintendo Power magazine in 1990. Seems like if it's not Call of Duty or Dark Souls or what else? Any other? Yeah, it seems like nobody's ever heard of it. Yeah. Anyway, sorry I'm a little disappointment, but this game was in public schools in the late 1980s because it had educational value as a puzzle game. Anyway, that's how I got into it. But this printer is a phenomenal printer. I started getting back into printing recently because I wanted to get into creative writing and write screenplays. Some of my friends or co-workers fear if I were to have absolute creative control over a TV network or a movie studio because of some of the ideas I got to portray events, and I really just like mock and show my contempt for like how strange reality is. But this printer is definitely worth your money. Standard toner cartridge for color is about 1,200 pages is what they rate it for. Standard capacity black cartridge rated for about 1,300 pages, and I think those are around $80. I'll have to check the pricing again. When I bought this printer, I ordered some more toner cartridges because the store that I bought it from just did not carry it. And this is one of HP's newer printers. That is the HP Color LaserJet Pro MFP 3301 SDW. An amazing printer that is worth the money. $450. Yes, I bought it. Yeah, and it's $450. I went more than 5 years without printing anything. Like I just never printed much, right? I went like 15 years in between printer purchases. And then this time I only went 7 years between printer purchases. I don't think I can go back to inkjet again. I mean, if the rest of you people are on inkjet, you really got to reevaluate, because even if you don't print very much, you do not have to worry about these toner cartridges going bad. That's why I spent my money on that. I've heard some stories of like some people like printing, getting a printer and then getting a cartridge, using it a little bit, and then going up to an entire year without printing anything, and the toner cartridge was just fine. It's a powder. It's a plastic powder. It is not a liquid. So inkjet, if you have complaints with printers, it's probably the nature of the kind of printer you're using. Inkjet is just like that. I mean, it soaks the paper. It makes it kind of, puts that waviness in there. They smudge easily because it's a liquid. It blends colors good, but and then if you're complaining about your printer needing to use, needing to have a color cartridge in it just to print black and white, it's because periodically the printer will need to add color to even just black text in order to keep the nozzles healthy, to keep them from clogging. And with inkjet, you really got to commit to that stuff, because if you leave them factory sealed, yeah, you can keep them for a while. But once you open them up, break the seal, and print your first page with an inkjet printer, the clock is now ticking, because air gets up in the print nozzles, and now you got to worry about your cartridges drying out. And I've had that happen to me before. It was a long time ago. So that's why I decided if I ever got into printing again, I'm going to get a laser printer. They are very fast. Very fast. I mean, you listen to it, and it just sounds like it's going to just feed a sheet of blank paper through it and spit it back out, and then it's already done. It's already done with your printers, with your printing, and it looks like that. I mean, they are just worth their money. They're like the diesel work truck. They're like the diesel work truck of printers. I mean, they really are. They're just built better. Yes, they're heavier, but they're more durable. That's why offices use them. They can be cost effective to operate if you need to print a lot. They print very high quality. There was a time when laser printers really struggled to print pictures, but they do a very good job. I don't think I'll be going to a photo lab anymore, or I think maybe the only times I'd really print pictures at a photo lab is in the event that I needed to print something larger, like a larger paper size than what my printer was designed to do. But when it comes to just printing photos, I think I'll just stay with my laser printer. It's done me good. I got some more toner cartridges coming soon. I ordered toner cartridges at the same time as buying this printer. I got 2 reams of 24-pound paper. I wish I would have bought a pack of cardstock, but I didn't know I would enjoy that printer this much. It is a very good one. Like I said, it's worth it. It's going to cost you some money up front, but it'll save you a lot of trouble on the back end. And it's my understanding that when you're just going to print text, it will only use the black toner cartridge because the physics of this toner, it's not a liquid. It's not a liquid that dries out. So, like, there's no real need. Like, if you run out of color toner and then you just go to print black and white like text, I don't think it's going to bother you to have color cartridges. Because, I mean, you don't have to... I mean, like, with laser, every color is its own separate cartridge, because with laser printers, the cartridge is actually really your printer mechanism. I mean, like, it looks like it because they, like, it just controls what that does. And they have, like, rollers in them and, like, everything. So your cartridges are, like, part of the printer instead of just a means to hold your, you know, printing resource. But yeah, they are just... Anyway, oh man, this review went like quite some time. I'll probably, when I get some more paper, probably record me doing a full kind of review with it, where you can just see how good it prints. But I want to get some more cardstock to really do it justice. But yeah, this is definitely a very good printer. Like I said, I definitely recommend you check it out. It's a business grade printer. It's the HP Color LaserJet Pro MFP 3301 SDW. My name is Kristian Naugle, and hopefully you enjoyed this review video. I recommend you give this printer a try. I think you'll like it.